traders, welcome back to the market color. We're excited to have you all here this morning during the period of this London session. We're going to be having our market color today with the following pairs in focus, starting off with dollar index. We're going to be looking at the index of all dollar pairs. Then we'll be proceeding to Euro USD, after which we'll look at GBP USD. Then we'll proceed to looking at gold against the dollar, and then we'll wrap it up with the analysis on the yen basket and the yen pairs. These are the things that we have in focus for today for the markets column. All right, so stay tuned and we're going to have the analysis right away. All right, so continuing with our analysis on dollar index, so we just needed to fix our audio there. Now, for dollar index, looking at what price has done in the last couple of days, we can also look at the weekly time frames for clearer context. You see that the dollar index is gradually finding its way to the upside. There is still some liquidity residing above for the dollar index to trade into. If you look at the monthly time frame, you'll see what I'm saying, that here on the monthly time frame, the dollar index has not given a clear retracement into a discount level. So there's no fair retracement so far on the dollar index. So right now we're waiting to see if we're going to have something of such on the dollar index, where we'll be expecting to see price trade into a goods region before continuing the sell. So we want to see it somewhere around 50%. On the monthly time frame, there is a fair value gap residing around that 50% price point. So we don't want to see what the dollar index is going to do when it gets there. And if it happens that it gets there and then start reversing back to the downside, then that is exactly what we'll be waiting to see. But if not, we would expect it to see maybe to the fair value gap above, which is around 61.8 region. So 50 and 61.8 region are the positions where I expect the dollar index to get to before selling. Then if you look at it on the weekly time frame, you see that that reversal has clearly, the retracement looks to have started, as we are seeing more and more bullish moves to the upside. Then on the daily time frame, of course, a couple of weeks ago, it broke structure and then it started inching higher. So we're expecting to see the dollar index trade all the way to this level here before trading to the downside. So this is what I'm expecting to play out on the dollar index. For me this morning, I'm looking very bullish on the dollar index and expect it to continue riding all the way to the upside. Now let's look at the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame as well, you can see that even though the dollar index has been struggling to break new highs, we're expecting that this week we'll possibly see a break into the higher time frame all the way upward. So for dollar index, we're expecting to see an upward move to the upside. And when that happens, we'll be hoping to ride it all the way up. So for this point here, I'm not expecting a very strong retracement because we want to see maybe another break of structure here. We want to see price break and close above here, and then a retracement will fall. If not, then the retracement will be respecting this last structure that was broken around here. So if that is the case, then we might see the dollar index retrace into this point here, somewhere around here, before buying again to the upside. So either of these two, either it just keeps buying to this place, which is what we expect, or it retraces into this level here before buying further upward. So this is what I'm expecting to play out on the dollar index. On the 1-hour time frame, you can see that price is stalling and it's indecisive. So this could engineer a sell to this level here before the final buy back to the upside. So whichever one it does, we would be open to seeing it. So it's either it starts buying from here or it sells into this level here before it continues buying. So we're going to be trading all the other pairs, looking at that as our focus. Okay. So let's look at Euro USD. Now, looking at Euro USD and what we are seeing play out currently in the market for Euro USD, we'll be expecting to see for Euro USD, we'll be expecting to see it sell off because we are looking at a buy on the dollar index. So clearly and obviously, we're expecting a sell on Euro USD if that should play out. So for Euro USD, sorry, clear this chart. Okay, so for Euro USD, we're expecting a sell-off. If you look at it from the monthly time frame, you see that price has broken this low and properly retraced. Now we're expecting the sell to continue all the way to the downside. You see that price should front close to this other block. We may have one more push above before the sell, but overall, we're expecting a sell on Euro USD. But right now, looking at what is happening on Euro USD, we'd have to make more in-depth analysis on it. So let's go into the lower time frame. So looking at the weekly time frame of Euro USD, you see that it has started moving to the downside. The curve has started, and we might see further sales on Euro USD this week. And then on the daily time frame, so last week we were very bearish on Euro USD. You can see how that played out. And this week we're expecting more sales to the downside. We're expecting Euro USD to sell more and then take out. This is the next level I'm looking at Euro USD to take out. So I'm expecting it to come take out this low right here before buying again for another round of sales. So Euro USD, we're expecting a sell. So on the 4-hour time frame, you can see where price currently is. It's just touched into this fair value gap on the 4 hours. So I'm expecting sales. So everything here on Euro USD is indicating a sell setup. So I'm looking out for a sell on Euro USD this morning, and I'm hoping that it plays out according to what we have analyzed so far. So for Euro USD, I'll be looking out for a sell setup. Once I see a sell setup, then I'll be launching a sell round on Euro USD to the downside. Okay, so right now I'll start waiting for my entry method to print out. We might see one buy push to this level here. Let me show you. Okay, so we might see one buy push to somewhere around here, and then the sell off. So if I don't see a sell setup from here, then I would wait for price. If price keeps buying and refuse to create a sell setup here, I'll wait for it around here, then I'll take my sell to the downside. So I'm expecting price to sell from here or from where it currently is. Either way, my bias on Euro USD is a sell for this week. And then for GBP USD, let's look at it. The monthly time frame on GBP USD. Okay. All right. So for GBP USD on the okay, sorry about that. So on the monthly time frame of GBP USD, you can see that it is playing out something very similar to what Euro USD is doing. So for GBP USD on the monthly, overall, just like we had on the dollar index, where we saw that the dollar index is clearly a sell on the monthly. However, it's just retracing. On GBP USD is clearly a buy. However, we're just seeing a retracement into a discount level to continue buying. One of the places that I'll be looking forward to seeing it sell into before the next round of buying would be right here, which is the monthly box pattern that has printed right here. And if price should continue selling, this is where I'll be targeting as my sell level. So that's what I'm expecting to play out on GBP USD. So once it plays into that level, I'll be interested in now looking for a buy. But for now, my outlook on GBP USD is a sell. Now, if you look at the weekly time frame as well, you see that it's quietly making that round of sell, and then it is slowly creeping into a discount level. So if you see this from here, price is almost at the discount level. So we expect it to keep selling to the downside. And then when it finally sells into our point of interest, we will be executing our buy from there. So for GBP USD, I'm expecting sales to continue. On the daily time frame as well, you can see that price has shifted structure on the daily right around here, and then it has continued selling to the downside. So for GBP USD, I'm expecting that sell off all the way here. Okay. Now on 4-hour time frame as well, you see that price has also broken structure yet again, and then it's ready to continue going to the downside. 1-hour time frame still indicative of a sell, and then the 15 minutes time frame right now, we're looking for a sell setup. Once I see a clear sell setup on GBP USD, I'll be taking my sell. Right this morning, I'm waiting to see price return back into this level here, and I'll be taking myself from here. So for GBP USD, this is where I'd want to see a sell from here. About 15 pips of stock. Then I'll be targeting this low right here for my exits. So somewhere around here, this should give me 1:3. Okay, so this is the trade I'm targeting on GBP USD. Want to see price playing out accordingly, I'll be taking my sell on GBP USD from here all the way here. Okay, so this is what I intend to this is my analysis on GBP USD, and this is how I intend to see it play out for today. Okay, so right now we're going to be going into the analysis of gold against the dollar. So we're going to go on a very short break for about 10 seconds or 20 seconds. So sit tight, and then once we return, we'll continue the analysis for gold against the dollar. My name is CJ. I enjoy the rest of the market column.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Market Color brought to you by the Value Trading Team. That's an insightful analysis from CJ. So this morning we are going to be analyzing the precious metal. From there, we'll head straight to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket, of which we use that to determine what we should be looking out for on the yen correlated pair for this week, and particularly for today's trading session. All right, let's quickly start with the precious metal moving forward. Now, from the weekly time frame, you are going to agree with me that after this expansion, price has now entered a consolidation phase again. Just we will have something of this nature here. And within the consolidation phase, you can easily scalp up and down in between as far as the range is on the weekly time frame. But if it is on the lower time frame, we don't want to do that. But based on our analysis, we still expect precious metal to still push a little bit more, retrace a little bit more to the downside. At least 50% of this last breakout somewhere here. So we see the price trade more to this level that we are here. Okay, so that is what we are looking at to see on the precious metal from the weekly perspective. Now, on the daily perspective, what are we seeing on the chart? We've seen how that few weeks ago we have the retracement, and last week our analysis also was a sell to buy, but the price ended up giving us a range. If you look at that much more clearly on the daily time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, you'll get to see that we've been in a range for the past almost 2 weeks now, right? almost a week rather, all throughout last week, were within this range. And what exactly do we still expect price to do? We are still expecting price to come all the way to take out liquidity somewhere around this point here. So we want to see how that price will go and take out liquidity here. And when price get there, we can easily begin to buy back up again. But where price is currently now, price is still within a 4-hour range, which is this one. And we want to see how that price will retrace a little bit and go all the way to clear this liquidity at the opposite side, then we begin to buy. Now, if you refine this more very well into your 1 hour time frame, it becomes much more clearer how that we have a shoulder resting at that particular point, and this is it here. You already see a sweep and price break the structure all the way to the downside again. And after the break, we see liquidity form. So we expect that price is going to retrace a little bit more to take out liquidity here and begin to sell all the way to the downside. So that is what we're looking out for. But where price is right now is still within this range. And I'm of the opinion that today we are still going to see price, pull a little bit back down to this region that we've marked since Friday. Now, if we go to your lower time frame, particularly the 30-minute time frame, you're going to see a reason we picked that particular point because of this shoulder that we have there. So we expect that price should pull a little bit back down into this region and we'll begin to buy all the way back up. But let's check the lower time frame to see exactly what is going on the lower time frame. So if you look at the lower time frame, particularly from 15-minute perspective, we are still very much within a range of which we are expecting price to break out from. So today being Monday, we can see price range, but I'm of the opinion that before New York session, price should pick a clear direction where it's heading to for the day. All right, so that is that. And if you look at it from the 5-minute perspective too, yes, I know someone will be like, yes, we have a boss within structure here on the 5-minute perspective, which is this particular level here. Yes, you are very correct. And that is going to be a very low probability kind of trade if price comes all the way to take out this liquidity here and we begin to short the precious metal from this particular zone. Why? Because this is also a boss pattern, just that is on a lower time frame. So we expect that price should, trade all the way to this zone. And when it takes out this liquidity and gives an entry for yourself, you can easily take it. You see your entry signature with your stop loss just around the 4,100 level. All right. So that is what we are looking out for on the precious metal for today. Let's quickly get to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket. For the yen basket, just as we analyzed last week, the price has really traded more into proper discount, and we expect the retracement to begin. I mean, the buy continuation of this last swing that we have sometimes in the year 2024. And all throughout this year, we see how the price gradually pull back, and we want to see more of the retracement back up. Now, on the daily perspective too, we see how that last week gave a very interesting candlestick pattern, of which is this particular pattern that you are seeing here. This is a very clean buy pattern for if you are looking at this candlestick. And just the way we said during the New York session on Friday, we expect that this week should be a buy week for the yen basket. But it can just jump all the way up because we see levels where price is most likely coming to test, which is this 4-hour order block here, and even this fair value gap is still there. So we want to see price trade into this fair value gap first, and then it is going to tap into this order block. Then we begin to buy all the way to the upside. Where we buying it all the way to the best level is for price to come and take out this liquidity point that we have here. Now, this particular analysis makes a lot of sense if you just oppose it with the other yen correlated pair. Now, looking at it even from the 1-hour perspective, this is what we have. We have the shoulder, we've seen the sweep, and we've seen the break. So we expect that price should pull back all the way to this level. And there is high probability price comes and tap into this shoulder that we have here. Now, if this is what we are expecting to see on the yen basket this week and even today moving forward, then what should we interpret that to be on the yen correlated pair, starting with GBP JPY. So if you look at GBP JPY too, so from the daily perspective, we have the similar pattern printed out last week, how that we have the bearish engulfing formed last week, Friday. So this week, today, we are expecting how that price should trade all the way up here. So on your 4-hour perspective, 4-hour time frame, you are going to see that we already see price pull all the way back on Friday, and very much clearly on 1-hour time frame, we've seen a clean spot pattern formed already, and we've seen the market structure shift to the downside. So we're expecting a retracement all the way back up today, right? Today, in particularly this week, right? Just the way we saw it on the yen basket. Now, if you refine more to the lower time frame, this is 30 minutes, then it makes much more sense how that price is expected to come and take out this liquidity here and this particularly. And we have a fair value that was formed at the top here. Now, refining to your lower time frame, which is 15 minutes, that makes much more sense because of this fair value gap. So I'm still expecting JPY to buy a little bit up more to take out this liquidity, tap into this fair value gap, and then we'll begin to short from there. So you can put your pending order somewhere here as your entry signature for price, and you do your 1-3 or 1-8-4. All right, with your stop loss just above this level at the top here. So that is it. That's what we have for the GBP JPY for this week. And as you can see, the shoulder is very clear from here, and that is what we are looking out to see. Yes, price will tap into the shoulder, but are we going to start shorting whenever price taps into the shoulder? Two things: if you see your entry signature, you may to track, but I would advise to wait for price to take out all this liquidity level, then we begin to short fully for GBP JPY. Now, lastly on the list, we have Euro JPY and what is our expectation for Euro JPY today. Now, similarly, we have the same pattern formed on Euro JPY. So, because we are expecting the yen basket to pull back, which is a sell, and the yen correlated pair, we expect them to buy more. Okay, so this is the level for Euro JPY. We expect this is the shoulder level, and Euro JPY is even much more clear because we are seeing the liquidity level at the shoulder zone. So which means price is coming for this liquidity, which is Friday Asian high, and even Thursday liquidity level takes it out, but this level should be our stop loss point. All right. And if you look at it, even from the 30-minute perspective, it becomes very clean and clear because this is the shoulder. We have the sweep of liquidity, and we've seen the clear break. So all this liquidity will be taken out, and then we'll begin to short Euro JPY from that level. So this is the perspective we are looking out to, take on the yen correlated pair. Now, I know some will be like, are we not going to hold our hands until price get to this level? Let's go to the lower time frame to consider what we are playing out on the lower time frame if we want to take the buy. Now, for the buy level, then what I'm going to advise us to see is we should see a clear market structure shift around this level here. If price takes out this high, then if for any reason there's a pullback, then price is coming again to take out this low. All right. And if price does that and you see any entry signature somewhere around this zone, then you can begin to long Euro JPY all the way back up to the level where we want to sell from generally. So this is it for Euro JPY all through, and even the 5-minute perspective also is confirming that move. Until we see a very clear market structure shift on this liquidity level, if price trade above it, then we expect a pullback for price to take out this liquidity here. Then we begin to buy all the way back up to the level where we want to really sell from. All right, so that is it for me for Euro JPY and also JPY and the precious metal. If there's any question, you can easily type in the chat box. Let's address it now before we call it a day. And if there's no question, the FS Bootcamp training registration is currently ongoing, you may want to, try out that. That is, they will teach you how to trade the synthetic market profitably using our indicators and at the same time using a very clean and clear, price action. All right. So you want to enroll for that, as we have a bonus also for you when you enroll for the ATM cash flow trading. The cost is just a 200,000 naira. All right. So just reach out to us at Value Flow Trading, any of our social media handle, and you get the best of it there, right? So to meet again for the New York recap, make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. I'm Lekon Shemi. Cheers and God bless.